So here we go, brothers and sisters. We have today with us JenX from Generationz. How's it going, Jen?
It's going. Super excited to be here.
That's great. And I was actually just thinking today that you're actually representing the first American band to be on the show and the first female singer to be on the show as well. So a special day.
Well, how cool is that?
Awesome.
Yeah, so just a bit about yourself first. You've been singing from a very early age, have you?
Yes. So I was born and raised in Branson, Missouri, which back when I was younger was like the live country music capital of the world. A lot of older entertainers came, set up shop there with theaters, and my parents were entertainers for 20 years. And so I started performing since I was like about 5.
Right. So that's a long time, all right. So there'll be plenty of years. And has there been many bands along the way?
No, so, growing up as a child performer, I did a lot of the shows. So it was just really production based. I never got to experience the band stuff. In my young adult years, I had my kids, and so I wanted to focus more on motherhood.
Yeah.
So I actually stepped away from performing professionally for about 20 years. I did random things here and there, but no, definitely no full-time focus until now. So this is all new to me.
Right. Brilliant. So you have 2 bands going at the moment. You have Generationz and Cognition.
Yes.
Yeah. And so Generationz is the metal band. Tell us a bit about Cognition.
So 3 of us are the same in both bands. The other 2 members play different instruments in both bands. So
Right.
they kind of switch around, which is actually really cool because they're great musicians on both instruments. And it leans a little bit more hard rock.
Yeah.
I do feel like it has a little bit of a country undertone since that's what I grew up performing. I think that comes through a little bit more on Cognition than Generationz.
Yeah. I suppose country is one of those kind of genres that transcends into other areas as well. Like even when you think of Steve Tyler from Aerosmith brought out a country album as well, and all the Aerosmith music kind of transferred perfectly into the country setting. So it's a good kind of background to have, even lyric wise, to transfer over into rock and metal as well.
Well, and I definitely have a very unique tone, so I wasn't quite sure how that was going to translate, but everybody has just been really awesome, and the feedback has been awesome, and I'm just super grateful.
Yeah, no, that voice is amazing. I have to say it. It is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, to go with that heavier sound and then that voice as well, because there's 3 tracks at the moment: Seance, Probably Dead, and Something Wicked are the ones up on Spotify at the moment. And what's the one, the middle one? Sorry, I have notes here. Probably Dead. That is, I know there's a lot to talk about Seance at the moment, but Probably Dead is my favourite because the time changes and the music changes, but it's your voice that carries it through. The whole song gels it all together, and amazing work. That's what I really have to say about that.
Well, thank you very much. We got lots more coming. So we are going to drop one more release before the album. We are planning on dropping White Lies, which is actually my favorite song on the album. So I'm super excited to get that one out. We hope to have that out in the next, month or so. And then the album is officially going to drop, fingers crossed if everything goes the way it's supposed to, on November 21st.
Excellent.
Excellent, deadly. Yeah, there's been a lot of videos on Instagram from the studio, and the one thing I noticed is you look like you're having a lot of fun recording.
Oh, it's my favorite place in the whole world.
Yeah. And how does it compare over a live setting?
Say that again?
How does it compare being in the studio and to a live setting, being on stage?
Oh man, it is my happy place. I feel like life stresses me out, but performing does not once I'm actually doing it. And the studio is, again, just my happy place. We're actually in the studio tomorrow because we're starting on more songs for Cognition.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that as well.
Right. And when's the Cognition songs coming out?
So that's to be determined. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that we will drop the album for Cognition by the first of next year.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. And the Generationz is the 21st of November, is it? Yeah. And what's that album going to be called?
So we are still debating that. We did have a conversation about that this morning. I think we are leaning towards beginning of the end, I think they said.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the other options on it? just to see what the debate's about.
I don't really know. So I had I had a little help, but we had come up with The Weight of Maybe, and I actually really liked that one too.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, I don't even know what that means, but for me, it's, the weight of maybe is heavy because maybe is never really any clarification either way. You're just kind of stuck in limbo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that one all right myself. Yeah.
And
So we'll see. We'll surprise you maybe.
Okay, cool.
and who'll cast the deciding vote?
Well, we're still just throwing it around. So I think that's one thing I love about this band and my band members so much is everybody is super chill. We all get along really well. There's not a whole lot of ego issues. We want to be successful. We want all of us to be successful. We know that it takes all of us together. And so really we make the decisions together.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's working well, all right, because you're getting a lot of exposure, all right, around the place, and you can definitely tell you're putting in the work. The EPK is up, and you've got to the IMhC over to Ireland. Hopefully, then that'll move
We're on a
across
mission.
Europe.
Well, and I came into this with no expectations. And I had a small goal list that, if I could just accomplish this, then I would feel like I was successful. And we've been at this about a year, and I have one left on my goal list. And I actually, like getting heard internationally was not even on my goal list. So now I got to make bigger goal lists.
Yeah, and kind of sometimes that's the best way to go into it. If you have low expectations, it removes a lot of the pressure and you start to enjoy it more, because a lot of bands take it too seriously, and that's when the fractures start between people. But yeah, if you're enjoying it, you're definitely on a good road to somewhere.
I'm living my best life right now.
And how did you all meet? Because if it's gelling so well, have you known each other long, or?
No, Daniel, which is our fearless leader, kind of reached out to me about joining the band, but I was actually doing a cover band at the time, and just, was like, I don't have the time to do both. And then that kind of fell through a little bit, and I started trying to do other stuff. And so then Daniel came back again. He's like, you sure you don't want to do this? And so then he sent me their stuff, and I was like, this is really good. So yeah. And then of course I went and auditioned, and they just blew me away. And I was definitely like, are you guys sure you want me? But they've been so encouraging and so supportive. And like I said, it feels like family, and we're having a great time.
Yeah, and is this your first metal band that you're in now?
Absolutely. Like I said, I grew up doing country. Living in Branson, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities outside of country.
Yeah.
So I kind of did feel stuck there. And also, again, like I didn't even think that was something that would be an opportunity for me. And because hard rock is my favorite.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I get to do that, I just said, I live my best life right now.
Yeah, because you've just slotted in there perfectly and just came out of nowhere, and that voice kind of takes over. It's kind of sounds like it was meant to be a little bit to come across this.
I definitely feel like the universe played a role just in all of it, and I continuously see it regularly. So super grateful.
Great. And the 3 songs that are released already, are they going to be on the album, or is the album going to be a separate piece of work?
It'll be on the album.
Nice one. Yeah, it'll be hard to leave off any of those anyway.
We got 9 total for this album.
Cool.
Excellent.
And are you going to be looking at physical releases or just online, Spotify, or?
So we're still working all that out too. I think we are going to probably do some vinyl, try to bring that back a little bit. And it will be, on our website. And then of course at the shows, we're working on our merch game too. So
Yeah.
Excellent.
And there's a big show coming up. I had to write this one down on the August 29th in Springfield. So Generation and Cognition together on the one night.
yes. So they started what they call the annual summer blend show. I did it last year with them, but they did it the year before that. So this will be the 3rd year in a row that we're doing this. And it's the one time a year that both bands will get to play together too. So
Right.
we're excited about that.
Kind of sounds like a lot of fun, all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how long roughly would the set be when it's the two? Is it the 2 bands together at the one time on the one stage?
So we also add 2 other bands. So it's a full night of music, about 45-minute sets for each band.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a pity we're not going to be there for
Yeah. That'd be a great one to get to.
Yeah. And you're keeping busy, so we posted up on Instagram earlier your list the shows that you have coming up until, I think it's November, is it? That you're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're booked out pretty much till November.
Right, so it's really going well. And you do some solo work yourself as well, do you?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did notice an acoustic cover of the Cranberries' Zombie there a little while ago.
Yep.
Yeah, well done on that as well.
Thank you.
It was a great version, I have to say. Sometimes you hear it so many times and it's kind of like not another cover, but you did a great job at it, so it stood out.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, and I also have a passion for performing the anthem too. So I've had a couple of those performances this year as well.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
God, it's great. Yeah, it's great to see an artist keep so busy. Yeah. And yeah, how's Springfield for venues and things? Is there a pretty good music scene over there?
Yes, and it's definitely growing. The Moontown Sound location is new, but they have really just taken everything by the horns and just really promoting music. And we're so grateful for that. And we just came off a show at the Regency, which is kind of an iconic location. It's been there for a long time, had lots of people come through there. I actually was there a couple of years ago and saw ICP perform, which was an amazing concert. So the fact that I got to perform on that same stage, it's just awesome to me. But the show was fantastic. It was definitely one of the most awesome experiences I have had to date in my entire life.
That's excellent.
And can you see Generationz headlining the stage there someday?
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Crossed.
You mentioned earlier that you were doing Generationz or getting onto you about potentially joining them, that you were in a cover band. And I was just wondering then, after like the, say, long sabbatical that you had mentioned with it, what kind of made you go around and go back into that hard rock and even like taking the approach in the cover band and then into Generationz?
I am kind of at the point in my life where I am just going for things. I'm just letting things happen. I'm letting me be my authentic self. And I love it. So I was like, I love this. I'm going to have a great time doing this. So that's good enough for me. If anything else comes, cool, and everything else has come, which has been even more cool. So yeah, so it's just been really awesome.
Yeah, you're just letting it going with the flow and seeing what happens with it, and it's gone a good way for you. So that's excellent.
Yeah.
Hopefully it keeps going that way, because you can see the ripples are starting to appear in the water. So hopefully they'll keep traveling as far as possible for you.
Yeah, no, I'm super grateful.
Yeah. And have you much of a part in the writing process for Generationz?
So this is new for me too. I've definitely tried to songwrite in the past, but I cannot play an instrument to save my life. I have tried many times. I wish I could. My parents play multiple instruments. My step side of the family plays multiple instruments. I did not get blessed with that gift. And so my songwriting just didn't seem to work, but the band again has been like super encouraging, and they write the music, and the last couple of songs, White Lies, I did all the lyrics and the melody for. They just kind of gave me the music, and that's what I came up with, and it seems to work.
Brilliant. Yeah, I really can't wait to hear that. All right, it's going to be. There's little snippets there on Instagram, all right, so I'd recommend everyone listening to go and take a look. And yeah, I'm sure a couple of people will get hooked when they hear it, all right. Yeah, and yeah, so have you a website or anything where people can get merch, or is it just at the shows?
So we do have a website for Generationz. It's www.generationz.com. I'm hoping to have Cognition's website up within the next couple of weeks. We don't have the merch stuff set up on the internet or on the website just yet, but it does have that capability, so it's coming.
Okay, cool.
Brilliant. Yeah,
it'd be good to get a bit of that. And with Cognitionz, then, how long have you've been doing Generationz for a year now? You said, is it, or just over a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about
same.
Cognitionz?
About the same with Cog, because essentially, after, I don't know, it was like a week or two with Generationz, Daniel kind of slipped me Cog stuff too, and I liked it too. And so he was like, what do you think about doing both? I'm like, all right, let's do it. So
and then coming back to like the lyric writing and everything that you're starting to get into with Generationz, how have you found that with Cognition?
Not yet. Just because all the songs that we have for Cognition right now were already wrote. Okay. We have not moved into the next phase yet, but we have 3 more that we have to write for the album. So hopefully, hopefully we'll get there soon.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You'll be very busy putting all of those together. Is it hard to find the balance between the two bands to not leave one kind of overtake the other?
Not so much with the bands, just the work in general.
Yeah.
Because I also work full time too. Okay. And so literally my life is just completely scheduled right now.
And how far are you booked up till? Where's the stopping point at the moment?
There is no stopping point at the moment.
Happy days.
When I'm in the ground, maybe. Ain't no rest for the wicked,
Yeah.
Would you find then it's handy enough getting shows to actually book? Because I know, like, over here in Ireland, there's kind of limited venues, and it can be a bit difficult for metal bands specifically to find venues to perform in. But how are you finding that in general with the 2 bands?
Again, I think we've just been really blessed. The opportunities just keep presenting themselves. And I hope it still keeps coming, because now I'm already on that. Okay, we're in November. We got to keep going. So now I'm gonna have to start pushing. But I have faith. And like I said, so far we've just really have been blessed. So I'm carrying on with that.
And can you see the attendance growing at each show, or how's the following of the?
Yes.
You can, yeah. Well, that's the main battle, all right. You can you can stay in the studio and write as many albums, but once you keep the people showing up to the shows, that's the sweet
Well,
spot.
this last show was so crazy. It was genuinely crazy. It was just such an electric and powerful evening. And again, it was such a big show and did not know what to expect. After the first song, and the crowd erupted, I was like genuinely like shocked at the reaction. And then I was just continuously shocked after every song because it was like the same reaction. It's like everybody's making fun of me because if you watch the videos, like I just like the pure shock on my face.
I'd say that shock,
so funny.
I'd say that shock comes with a lot of joy though too, because I know you said like you find it a bit nerve wracking, but I'd say like you said, when you get up on the stage then and actually start performing, it all changes.
Yes. Oh, we are learning a lot. And we learned a lot last show. So, yes, I didn't eat before the show, which was a huge mistake because the show just completely drained like all of my energy. And so then like afterwards, we got bombarded with the fans wanting to talk and sign autographs and all that stuff, which I love. It's like one of my favorite parts. I love talking to the fans and stuff. But I was having a hard time like talking because I'm just like, I have no energy for any of this. And so I had to eat. So lesson learned, I have to eat before the show.
And you mentioned that as well, the bands were going before you joined into them. So do you know how long they were going for? Because I know that like if coming into a band, they'd have, especially if they perform shows and everything, they might have that bit of experience to kind of guide you along with it, compared to a brand new band going on the stage for the first time. What was all that like with you?
Well, so they have been, Daniel's been in different bands for, I don't know, like 15 years, I think. But so Cog was together first, and I think they've been together for 3 years, I think. And with multiple different lead singers. And then Generationz had not been together that long. I think they were there like 6 months before I came in, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure.
Yeah, it's a good quality of work to be turning out in such a short space of time.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, it's just, we've just really been blessed.
Yeah. And just going back to being on stage as well, there's kind of that moment just before you go on stage, that kind of, I've experienced it myself. It's like some people mix it up with stage fright, but it's kind of a excited, nervous tension just before you hit it, and you get to release it then onto the crowd. So just when you were speaking about the energy and being gone at the end of the show, really shows that you're really giving it your all when you're on that stage.
100%.
Yeah. Because you can tell when someone's not, so we can tell that you are.
Well, and the crowd obviously helps with that too. There is an energy transfer that definitely goes back and forth.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
And I know you said you hadn't any kind of ideas of how big or small this was going to be when you started, but since it's going now, have you been thinking about going further afield to tour a bit?
Touring is the goal for us, for sure. We definitely hope to actually do a tour next year. We got to get the albums done, get it released, and then we don't know what that's looked like. We talked about probably getting our little tour bus or whatever and wrapping it with both bands. We'll have to see how that looks. So we have all these ideas, and we have a list and we're just checking all the boxes as we go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You actually kind of have that good dynamic for a tour because straight away you cut out the support band. It's already there. And some bands are starting to do that now where singers have their backing band, but that backing band is the support band for the main show. So yeah, it's kind of, you kind of have the first part already sort of, if you were to go that way, the machine is already there, just someone just needs to take the steering wheel.
Sure. And both bands are, you know, when we started, especially with both bands, I'm like, it's going to be the same band, you know, because whether they teach instruments or not, my voice is still the same. But they are two entirely different bands. The vibe is different. The energy is different. Even how I approach my vocal style is different, which I didn't even realize that was going to be a thing, but it is. So it's funny how that all works out.
Yeah. And from your own solo stuff, then, do you have any kind of new projects you're looking at or working on, or are you kind of just tipping away with that on the side now because of how busy you are with everything else?
Yeah, I'm very ambitious just in general, and I'm not one to just sit around. I've never been that way. And so sometimes I like to try to bite a little bit more than I can chew. And I've really had to pay attention to that and be like, no, because I'm like, yeah, I want to do this and this and this and this, you know, but the reality is slow down.
Yeah. As long as you're still having fun with it and not completely stressing yourself out.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a fine line sometimes, but that's just me. I'm doing it to myself.
And just be careful with that voice. That's the main instrument to carry everything.
This is true.
Do you have like a set of vocal warm-ups you tend to do yourself, or have you kind of developed that yourself, or have you looked at different singers and how they approach it?
No, I typically I have songs that I like to warm up to that I feel like really just, you know, opens up for breath and opens up for you know, help expand my range. And I can definitely tell when I'm not singing. Like, we didn't have practice one week and I didn't sing it all that week. And normally I'm singing at least multiple times a week, but I didn't sing it all that week. And then I could totally tell a difference the following week.
And when it comes to recording, then how do you feel the flow goes, like in a studio recording with vocal tracks? I know different singers and different bands take the different approaches for vocal takes. Do you tend to try get like it all in one take, or do it kind of line by line or segment by segment? How do you approach it?
Oh no, we run through the whole thing with one take, and typically we will do about 3 takes and layer them.
Okay.
And most of the time, I'm right on the whole time. It's so funny. We have a backing track. That's one of the things with Generationz. We have backing tracks for our songs, and we were practicing to one of the backing tracks and didn't realize that my vocal was accidentally on there.
Oh.
And we didn't notice it for a long time because I sing it the same every single time. You know? So I just happened to like stop singing it for a moment, and then we were like, whoa, wait a minute. I said, well, there you go. Apparently I sing it the same every single time. So
good reassurance for the consistency, all right?
It is, yeah. Definitely. And that's kind of, when you play to a crowd, that's kind of what they want as well. So if you're doing it the same every time, you're delivering on the money every time for them. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely me. Like that's the one thing I've learned about this band, because growing up and performing other people's songs, I didn't have that ability to just sing it how I sing it. You know, I've always sang it how everybody else sang it. And I've learned with these bands that this is me. This is how I sing it. Yeah. And this comes out of me. So
yeah. That is a hard thing to do, though, especially like if you go to, say, cover a song that you want to try put your own spin on. When you hear a song, especially, I know for me as well, like I'm a drummer, so if I hear the drums in a song, it's like, that's the drums. So trying to do something different around that, you get a little bit stuck sometimes with it.
It is. It's hard.
Yeah, I say with vocals, it's actually even harder to do that because it's just like, yeah, no, it needs to be that way because that's how it was done. So can I do it any different? But then you slip back into it. It's a difficult process, all right.
Yeah, and it can change the entire song
Yeah,
if
definitely.
you
Yeah.
change it too much too, where it's not even the same song. So
Yeah. It's great now though you're getting that opportunity to just sing how you sing then and enjoy it.
yeah, I've had to learn to like my voice too, because I've heard that that's a thing. I guess, you know, a lot of vocalists struggle with liking their own voice. And I was definitely that way for a long time, and I still have my moments for sure, but I'm actually learning to really appreciate my voice for what it is. So I'm grateful for that too.
Excellent.
Yeah. Brilliant. So yeah, we can't wait to hear what's to come anyway. That's 21st of November. We're all going to be waiting for that, and hopefully you'll come back on the show. Even bring the whole band if you want, and we can
Absolutely.
go through the whole album piece by piece and see.
We have so much personality in my band.
Yeah.
So I would love for them to be seen as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
excellent.
They're more than welcome on here anytime.
Is there anything else you want to say or promote or anything else going on?
Cognition is going to be playing Brookstock in Dover, Arkansas, September 27th, and Legends Fest in Oklahoma. I don't know the name of the town, but that's on September 25th. So those are our first festival shows, which festivals was one of my goals. So I'm super excited about that. But also, you know, I want to thank everybody who's been listening to our music, everybody who is talking about it, sharing it, loving it as much as I do. We absolutely appreciate it. I appreciate you guys so much for having me on here, all the way over in Ireland. That's so cool. Hopefully one day I will get to visit.
Hopefully,
Hopefully so.
fingers crossed. Yeah, come look us up and bring the band with you as well. We'll set up a gig here somewhere.
Yeah. Even if it's out in the field, we'll get a crowd together for it.
Absolutely.
Excellent. No, it's been absolutely great having you on as well and chatting with all that.
Brilliant. Thanks a million.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, guys.